man, and so we've got this hair, and so we would use refine edge to select that hair. I'm going to go ahead and use the object selection tool to select him, and I'll just drag from corner to where his whole person and hair is selected. It's going to analyze the contrast between hue and values. And it takes a little bit, but it's a pretty nice selection. You'll see from my marching ants that I don't have all of these flyaway hairs and fine hairs selected. I'll go ahead and make a layer mask by clicking on the layer mask icon in the layer panel down here. And you see, oh, he's in space, that's nice. But we've got this milky selection all around his hair. So we're gonna go to refine edge here. And so in the properties panel, I have the layer mask selected. And in the properties panel, I'll click select and mask. I can also do that from the top here on the application bar. You see select and mask, either it does the same thing. I'll click up here, select and mask. And then now I'm in overlay mode in select and mask. And so with the refine edge tool, I'll make my brush a little bit bigger with the right bracket tool. And let's go over these areas where I don't want to see that background from the original photo, and where I do want to pick up his hair. And once I get that done, you're going to see that it's going to be an okay selection, but I'll still have areas that are not great. So I'm just going to quickly make this selection. I can see part of his ear just went invisible there. And I probably masked out more than I want in this area here. So once that stops churning, we'll take a look at what we have. Yeah, we've got some invisibility here. We've got an area where I know that it's invisible and I don't want to make it visible. I can always come back. I think the zoom is making it be really slow because this should be fairly quick. I can always come back with just a regular brush tool right here, and I can come back in and paint that area back in opaque where I know that it's maybe not a transparent area. So I've got a much better selection. I'll go ahead here. The output is going to output to a layer mask. You can see that right here. I'll click OK. It's going to be better, but not great. You see there's still this milky area, this kind of halo around him. And so I'm going to teach you a new tool. It's the burn and dodge tool on the layer mask. And oh, where's the burn and dodge tool? It's disappeared here. And so what we're going to do is in 2020, they decided to move that out of the regular default toolbar preset. So I'm going to go to Edit, Toolbar, and you can see here's the preset for the toolbar, and then here's extra tools. And I don't know why, Adobe decided which tools they want to have here and which ones they don't. And also, it may be that when you choose different work modes, that you'll see different tools as well. But I want to do the dodge and burn tool. That's these two right here. So all I have to do is just pull them over. Wherever I drop them, that's where they'll be. So I've got, under the selection tools, I'll drop. And you see right here on my screen, there's the dodge tool that just appeared. And then I'm going to pull the burn tool right underneath it. And there's the burn tool, dodge tool, burn tool. If I drag them right on top of each other, you see I only see one, and then it'll have the little triangle here in the lower right-hand corner that means there's a second tool underneath it. So you see that they're combined here. And then I can save that preset right here. I can just click done and I'll get it out of that. But what dodging and burning are, they are darkroom techniques to expose more of your photo print paper or less. If you are dodging, you're letting less of the light expose your paper. If you're burning, you're letting more of it. And so I actually, let's see how that works. I'm gonna hold Option and click on my mask here. It would be Alt click if I was on a PC. And I'm in, it looks like it's a drumstick here, but it's actually what's called a goby in the photo world. It's a little mesh tool on a wire that would stop light from coming through. So what would happen, and it is a brush, I can right bracket to make it bigger, left bracket to make it smaller. So what happens is as I click on that, you can see it's getting lighter. That's actually the opposite of what I want to happen. And so I'll hit Command Z. That's dodging. It's letting less of the light come through. If I burn, it will expose more. And so that's actually what I want to have happen on this one. So I'm going to go over this area, and you can see it's creating more contrast. It's like a threshold or curve adjustment layer, and it's letting the more dark come in. So I'll lose maybe some of these fine hairs, but the thing I want to do is get less of that halo kind of thing I had. So this is a really good way, a little more advanced masking technique. You can come in here and just do a little bit of burning and dodging. Burning in this case, dodging if you want less to be masked out. Once I'm done with that, you can see still got a little bit of milky halo around it. I can do that. I don't have to hold Option and click. I can still come in here. The exposure's preset at 50%. I usually just knock that right up to 100 right off the bat. You'll see it goes much quicker. It's fairly subtle in its dodging and burning. So as I go over that area, note I'm on the mask. You'll see that's giving me a much better selection, a much more refined selection without that little milky mask. So that's a little demo on the dodge and burn tools, and a demo on the object selection tool, and a demo on how to go to Edit, Toolbar, and pull up the tool presets. So you'll have both of these